Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees. Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for today's Bhagavad Katha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedavati Namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedavati Namine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please raise your hands and tell Hare Krishna mantra loudly. Please raise your hands and tell Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I also express all my gratitude and make many prayers to Srila Prabhupada for giving all of us a golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All goes to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radhan and Lord Gopinath. Also, I wish all of you for today's Independence Day celebrations. Hare Krishna. We are in the Bhagavath Katha, Canto 1, Chapter 7. Yesterday we have done this chapter, verse 5. But that was had to be heard only in the first paragraph because the very narration is there. It was 1 hour for that, just one paragraph. Again, today that will be same thing continued from the second para. But initially we shall tell the sloka 3 times. Everybody slowly along with me. Thereafter I shall do the narration by telling this immediate summary of the yesterday's summary first para. We go into the second in detail, second and third. Please tell loudly along with me. I shall go slow. Yaya, tell loudly please. Yaya sammohita jiva atmanam tri gunatmakam paro api manyute anartam tatkritam chabi padyate yaya sammohito jiva atmanam त्रैगुणात्मकं परो अपि मन्यते अनर्थं तत्कृतं चाभिपद्यते यया सम्मोहितो जीवा आत्मानं त्रिगुणात्मकं परो अपि मन्यते अनर्थनं तत्कृतं चाभिपद्यते अपि सम्मोहो जीवा आत्मानं त्रैगुणात्मकं परो अपि मन्यते अनर्थं तत्कृतं च अभिपद्यते. The word to word meaning is Jaya, by whom? Sammohita, illusioned. Jivaha, the living entities. Atmanam, self. Triguna, Atmakam, conditioned by the 3 modes of nature or a product of matter. Paraha, transcendental. Api, in spite of Manyate, takes it for granted. Anartham, things not wanted. Tat, by that. Kritam, cha, reaction. Apipadyate, undergoes thereof. There are 2 energies. One is internal energy and external energy created by Sri Krishna Paramatma. In that one, the internal energy with which he is all over, everywhere, he is spread over, and with he is there in Goloka Vrindavana as Vibhavataras, all are his own internal agency. With that internal energy only, he can take any incarnations, whatever thousands of incarnations. Generally, we know only 10 incarnations, Dasavatara, but that is wrong. Thousands of incarnations there because all cannot be explained. Vyasa Bhagavan himself told in the Bhagavatam that only few important things he have given apart from Dashavataras. But all cannot be explained because this is our universes are all millions of years old, not 1 or 2 million, thousands of millions old. So Vyasa Maharshi was here on the earth. He is also again incarnation of Sri Krishna Paramatma 5,200, 300 years ago when Mahabharata events taken place. Vyasa Bhagavan has only compiled the Mahabharata in 60 lakhs verses, out of which only 1 lakh verses are available in the earth. Remaining are there for 15 lakhs in Devaloka, 15 lakhs in Gandharvaloka, 14 in Pitraloka, and 14 in Sadhuloka. Only 1 lakh is available on the earth. So he himself told that he cannot explain anything. But what happened? I told you about the internal energy. The external energy, all these creations are made of external agency, external energy. So in this external energy, what's happening? We are attracted by the nature, Prakriti. In this Prakriti, there are three different gunas are there, and we are attracted by these three gunas. All of us, every individual, we are attracted with Satvika or intelligence guna, Rajasa guna or passion, and Tamasa guna or ignorance. These three gunas are there in everybody, this will be there. But only thing is, in few people, Satvika is dominating. In some people, Raja is dominating. In some people, Tamasa is dominating. For this reason, in this materialist, the root cause of suffering by the materialist living being is pointed out remedial measures. See, for any reason, we have some disease, some ailment. At that time, what happens? We go to the doctors or hospital, visit the hospital. They make lot of inquiries, investigation. Then they tell us this need to be done. Like that, in this materialistic nature, in this materialistic nature, the remedial measure is we ourselves only to identify. Hare Krishna, you can sit and continue for the Bhagavatam class, but this will go for about 1 hour. So, what happens for our internal, this materialistic things being suffering from the materialistic things, that can be released from us. But for that one, spiritual masters or the gurus are our doctors. We need not go to any hospital. We need to follow them so that we will be relieved from these attachments. All those things were in detail explained in the first para of yesterday, what I have done. Today I am telling personal superintendence of the illusory energy is confirmed in the Vedas, like the Kena Upanishad, in relation to the demigods. The illusory energy is nothing but the Maya. We are all are covered by Maya, illusioned by that. In the external energy, we don't have any control. In not only ourselves, all the devatas, all living beings, everybody are under this karma. Only is they demigods have done a lot of righteous, followed the righteous path, Dharma Marga. So, having gained punya in the during their living as human beings earlier, many trillions of years ago, they became devatas. And in Kena Upanishad, which is a part of Vedas, for Vedas, it is tells, confirmed in relation to the demigods controlling the power, because all demigods, devatas, they have limited power. They cannot give us liberation. Liberation given by only by the supreme God, Krishna, like Rama, Narasimha, Hayagriva, Varaha, Srinivasa, like that. But all other devatas, that is demigods, they can give us only what they are having, what they are controlling. You cannot go to some devata and ask something which you cannot give. So we should know what that devata is doing. So for that reason, when we go to some devata's temple, you should not desire anything except you can express, oh Devi or Swami, please grant me devotion in Krishna, any of the incarnations, Rama, Srinivas, anything. Give it devotion in Krishna. When you come to the Krishna, it is you can declare your desires. You can declare your desires, but it is not necessary, because we are all his children. We are all his children. He knows. Parents know what their children need. Similarly, God knows. Supreme, as we are his children, he knows what we need. So he will provide everything on time, at an appropriate time, whatever is required. So we should be one. Even this Kena Upanishad tells in relation to the demigods controlling the power. Herein also it is clearly stated, Hare Krishna, everybody please sit down, please. Hare Krishna, please don't speak, you please sit down. If anybody is not understanding English, let me know, I shall tell in Hindi or Telugu. But completely it cannot be done, only few, because time is, I have to need to maintain the time also. So herein is also it is clearly stated that living is controlled by the external energy in personal capacity. This external energy only controls us. We have to get out of the clutches of this external energy, because in nature, as I told earlier, we have Satvika Guna, Rajasa Guna and Tamasa Guna. Satvika Guna is a person who is truthful, honest, who follows ahimsa, who has sympathy, kindness, who always helps others. I'm not saying that you should not earn anything and give away everything. You should also have personal things, but at the same time, you should share to somebody, but never in the cash. It should be only in kind. If you share anything in cash, whatever the other person, we do not know for what he will be using. If he misuses for intoxication or gambling or humanizing or anything, some wrong things, whatever sins he commits, we will become partners. So you are like sharing all these things comes under Sattvic Guna. Again in Rasa Guna, you will have lot of desires. You feel like having a good, highly valuable car. Some God today we have in crores. BMW is there in with 50 lakhs and a crore of like that. Mercedes, so many cars are there. So you would like to have those things, or you would like to have earn a lot of crores of rupees, or if you want to have a lot of property. All these are Rajasic Guna. For achieving those things, you will be working hard and spending on them. You will try to do, but you will. It is a never-ending process. One after the other, you might buy a car or a property. Again, next something. Rasic Guna will be continuing, and you will be doing lot of hard work, everything like that. That is a Rajasic Guna. Tamasic Guna is something now most of them they are having. What is that? Tamasic Guna is political leaders. I meant to say they are all corrupt people. They are lazy people. They want to loot others' property. They want to loot others' property. Again, one of this thing is Waqf Board. That is also you must be knowing. I don't know if you know in detail or not. Waqf Board Act was amended by Rajiv Gandhi and Indira Gandhi to just for the vote bank. But what that rights they are having is, if they come and say this place is mine, means it is theirs. Waqf Board. They need not give any documents or anything. They can occupy any private property, government property, whatever it is. If they say this is my property, they need even prove like that. So they will loot the people. These are all tamasic guna. As well as they, for looting purpose, they kill them, they harm them, create injury. All this comes under tamasic guna. So for us to get out of this one, we have to control our minds. We need to control our minds. That is again mind controlling also, because of externality we will not be able to. For that reason, until unless we surrender to Krishna, Supreme God, whatever form you desire, you can surrender to that form. When you Sharanagati, when you do complete Sharanagati, surrender to Him, and whatever karma you are doing, Hare Krishna, whatever karma you are doing, you do the karma. You need not leave everything, take to saffron clothes. That is mentioned anywhere in Bhagavad Gita, because main sages also, all the main sages also, they were all married, they had children, they were grihasthas, householders. Vasishtha Maharishi had 100 children, more than 100 children. Everybody they had wives, they never took to saffron, they were all grihasthas. So like that, while being like that one, they performed devotion to God, to perform all our activities, whether as doctors, engineers, whatever it is. God, He has provided, we are doing service to Him. When you are, as a lawyer, if you are doing some justice to some innocent person, you do it sincerely thinking that you are doing service to God. As a doctor, we are treating some patient because Paramatma is in everybody. Supreme God is there in everybody. So thinking that he is doing the service to God, you have to do. Like that we need to do. Then only we can be out of this external energy attraction of these gunas. These gunas will be there till our life end. It will never go away, but it will be diminished. It will be diminished, and until unless you completely surrender to God, they will be taking their own. And sometimes to test you whether you are sincere devotee or not, that will be giving you some suffering also. You should have tolerance. You should have sahanam. Sahana, this thing should be there. So the living being thus clear, however, from the present statement of Bhagavatam, that the same externality is situated in the inferior position before the personality of God or perfect being. The perfect being cannot be approached by even by the illusory energy. When I am completely freed, I am only an ordinary human being, like everybody, all of us. But suppose if I don't have any desires, I am honest, or you yourself, it should not be me. Yourself, you are following all the Satvika instructions. Then even that illusory energy, earlier I told you about the Rajasic Guna, Tamasic Guna, and all those things. You will never be attracted. Once you are following, surrender to God, God will take care of you. You will see that you are never attracted by all these gunas. That will diminish. That will be there, but in a diminished form. Diminished form. So the perfect being or the Lord cannot be approached even by the illusionary who can work for the living entities. Therefore, it is sheer imagination that the Supreme Lord is illusioned by the illusionary energy, thus becomes a living being. See, we have karma. Based on our karma, we have taken lot of lakhs of births, not one or two births, lakhs of births, not as human beings, as animals, birds, insects, trees, like that. We have taken lakhs of births. So God has given us kindness to for us to approach Him and go to Godhead. What is going back to Godhead? Going back to Godhead means the present home is not our home at all. Whether you must be owning or parents owning, that is different. But that house is only there for you till you live in this body. You means our Atma. When the Atma leaves the body is put into garbage. Why? Like waste putting body put into garbage, this will be a garbage material. This will be because we have some intelligence, they have been will be taken to the cremation ground or burial ground. They will do all the rituals or whatever relatives, sons or whatever whoever is living, they will do that one. But otherwise, uh, see insects, animals, if they die, we do what we do, just take it and put it in garbage. That even body. So when this Atma goes away, it takes another body. It all depends upon our karma. What karma we have done, good karma, we will go to higher planets, taking a divine bodies. We have done wrong things, depending on what wrong things you have done, you will take that animal life or insect life, or may go to hell. There are different hells. Go to hell to experience the sufferings. Whereas people, what we all think, Rama, God has incarnated as Rama in a human form. Human form. Everybody thinks he's a human like us, like only they. What people during those Treta thought he's a Uttama Purusha. So they called him Purushottama. Again during Dwapara Yuga, when Krishna in Goloka Vrindavana, he appeared as with full powers, with all his qualities as a Krishna Paramatma during Dwapara Yuga. Again, everybody thought that he is a human being only, with some powers from Devatas. Devatas cannot give him any powers because he is the power. He only gives power to the Devatas. So everybody thought like that. That is the reason during this Kali Yuga, Krishna thought, if I tell I am God, during Dwapara Yuga, he told that he is declared God, he is God. You surrender to him. In Bhagavad Gita, many places, at least in 40, there are 700 slokas in Bhagavad Gita. At least in 40 slokas, Krishna said, I am the Supreme God, you surrender to me. I will take care of you. In 18th chapter, 66th verse, Sarva Dharman from that verse, he clearly mentioned that you surrender all faith to me. You forget about your earlier sins acquired during your earlier births and also present birth. I will remove all those hurdles and I will take care of you. In this Ihaloka, on this earth, Prithvi, whatever you have desires, I will fulfill you at appropriate time. Because we have desired something today, no, it will not come today. Only in appropriate time He will give us. That also if it is required or not, accordingly He will give us. Also, we will be granted moksha at the end of life, when we will not have any more life cycle, the life after life, but taking birth, dying. And also one should remember, you should not be scared about anything or anybody, because everybody are born and everybody are going to die. Nobody is going to be permanent here, and we cannot escape that death. We can never escape the death, inevitable. For that reason, why should you have any scare? Whatever will happen, it will happen. So leave it to Krishna. When you have that, sorry, whenever you have that knowledge that death is inevitable, you need not worry about it. Krishna will take care of it, and at the end, He will only give us moksha. Because you desire moksha, you may get it or may not get it. Because I'll tell you about Jada story. King Bharata, there are four different Bharatas are there. Rama's brother Bharata, our country name Bharata has come. It is the Dushyanta Shakunta's son, and Jada is there. This Bharata is he was a king. He was ruling all over the country, but he was a pure devotee, and all the time while taking care of his kingdom and his all the people over there, he used to do all devotion to Krishna. In the old age, he has given up his kingdom to his son, and he went to Tapovana to become Rajarshi. There he was doing penance with all sincerity. After some great time, there was a pond near his place. A dear kid has drowned in that water, because as a king he had the character of protecting everybody, not only human beings, all living beings. He saw the dear kid drowning. Oh, I should protect that one. He went there. He brought the dear kid outside, and he should have left it. But it was karma was like that one. He brought it to ashrama. He started adopting it every day, giving bath, feeding it, like what we do to our pets at home. If we have dogs or cats, some pet domestic things, we do all those things. Like that, he was doing for that dear kid, and his devotion is diminished. It has come down. Then finally, the end has come. The end has come. He had to leave. At that time, he was supposed to think about Krishna, but because dear kid was there, he was thinking, "Arey, this kid is there, dear kid. Who will take care of it from tomorrow?" That was his in mind. So in the next time, he became the dear kid, dear. But since all over his lifetime, he was a devotee of Krishna. Even in the dear life also, he was devoted to Krishna. For that reason, after the deer, again once again he took human form. From there itself, where he discontinued his devotion, there itself he has started. So from there he continued, and he was liberated. So like that, we need to remember Krishna. Otherwise, if you remember somebody else or something, you become that one. So we have taken lakhs and lakhs of births, only we human beings have, whereas God is not having such this thing. He is never bonded by any karma. He does not have karma. For us, seeing the seeing Rama or Vamana or Varaha, this thing, being, he will also be bonded by karma. He is never bonded, because he has taken incarnation utilizing his internal energy. whereas He has created us from His external energy. In external energy, every living being, not only human being, every living being, animals, bird, devatas, everybody are in the external energy. So we will have a limited period of life, and we will be ending with this thing. Whatever we remember, that only happens. Therefore, it is sheer imagination that the Supreme Lord is illusioned by the illusory energy and thus becomes a living being. That is, it's only in our case. It's not in the case of Krishna. If the living being and the Lord were in the same category, then it would have been quite possible for Vyasadeva to see it, and there would have been no question of material distress on the part of the illusion being, for the Supreme is fully cognizant. If we both are equal, ourselves as Supreme God both are equal, we would have had all the powers what Krishna had. Or otherwise, what we are doing, Krishna would have done. Like that. Krishna must have stolen butter during, that's all only his childhood activities, just pastime for done to exhibit his activities. Otherwise, even that feeling is not a sin for him. Why there's no necessary to stealing. When his mother asked him to open the mouth to show whether he's dirt or not, when he opened, he saw the entire universe. When everything is there, what is the necessary for him to steal and eat? It was not necessary. It was only for pastimes to show it to others, like that he has done for fun. Otherwise, he is the owner of all the universe. He is the owner of all the universes. See, MD is there of some bank. MD of bank is not the owner of the bank. He only controls all the this thing. Please sit down, please. Everybody, please sit down. It continues for another few minutes. You can continue in the class. So, like that, if the MD is in the bank, he is not the owner. He can only monitor everything. He can look after it. President or Prime Minister of any country, they also are the owners. Whereas Krishna Paramatma is the owner of all the, not only the Earth planet, all the universes. There are multi-million universes, not one universe. In one universe, there are many planets are there, and there are multi-trillions of universes are there. Even scientists have agreed. And he is owner of all them. And during the annihilation time, the entire, all the universes will go into his stomach. It will go into his stomach. In Mahabharata, explained in detail in Markanda Purana, part of Mahabharata. Markanda has seen both creation as annihilation, not one, many annihilation, many creations he has seen. That was clear. He has explained in detail to Yudhishthira and other Pandavas when Krishna was sitting there. Before Krishna only he said, and in the end he told that that Krishna is nothing but say it is the same Krishna he told, like that. So we should not compare ourselves with Paramatma. We should never compare with ourselves Paramatma. So there are so many unscrupulous imaginations on the part of the monists to endeavor to put both the Lord and the living being in the same category. Many people, there are many fake Swamis are there. They say we are Aham Brahma, Aham Brahma say, I am the Brahma. If everybody are Brahmas, it is not for. Can you Krishna during this Dwapara Yuga, he has lifted the Govardhan on a little finger. Can we do that one? We can't put a little stone also on our finger. It will fall down. And he has exhibited many mistakes during that time. At that time, can we do all those things? During the 8 years of his childhood, he killed so many very strong demons. He also killed Kamsa. Can we do that one? We cannot do. So, like that, we should never compare with those people. Only for attracting us, many fake Swamis, they change the entire Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, Ramayana events. Wherever those changes were there, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I am taking Mahabharata, on Thursdays, Ramayana. Wherever those correct events are there, what are the changes made by other people, what is shown in Disney Hotstar or B.R. Chopra, Ramasagar, they are all wrong. Disney Hotstar is 100% wrong. So we should never go with those things. We should only go with authorized scriptures. See, Madhbhavatam is the Sammam Bonam, remedy for suffering humanity in the clutches of Maya. This Bhagavatam, when you hear this Bhagavatam, it tells what? Once you get, you will be relieved from the clutches of the Maya. This is what Srila Vyasadeva, therefore, first of all, diagnosed the actual disease of the conditioned souls. Again, Vyasadeva is nothing but one of the incarnations of Krishna Paramatma. During Dwapar Yuga, there were 5 incarnations of Krishna Paramatma. 5 incarnations, not one. Krishna himself is Krishna, that is Devaki and Yashoda's son. He is a supreme God son, Krishna. Vyasadeva is also a Krishna incarnation. Arjuna is also Krishna, and Krishna's son, Rukmini Krishna's son is Pradyumna is Krishna, and their grandson Aniruddha is also Krishna. Like 5 forms were there in Dwapara Yuga itself. So this Dashavatara is not 10 incarnations is not that one. There are thousands of incarnations there, and only few have been narrated in this Bhagavatam. Vyasa Bhagavan has told, being a God himself, he told that all the incarnations cannot be told. They are all past events. So we need to remember Krishna in any of his forms, Rama, Vamana, Varaha, Srinivasa, Krishna himself, like that. At the end, whenever whatever you remember Krishna's incarnation, will be getting salvation. That means we'll be getting out of this life cycle. Thus, the Lord and the living beings are simultaneously one and different. We are one and different. When we get the moksha, we go to there are many Vaikuntha in all planets, all universes. There are Vaikunthas, and this is all the planets are there, all the universes are there in 25% area. Balance 75% area is in space is Goloka Vrindana, where Krishna Paramatma is there, is Radharani. Radharani is there. So we go to any Vaikunthas or go to Goloka Vrindana, I don't think we'll be able to reach that Goloka Vrindana. We may go to Vaikuntha, that is sufficient. It's a moksha. There it's not that many fake Swamis, they say we merge with Paramatma. That is wrong once again. There also, like Krishna Paramatma having 4 arms and 2 legs, everything like us, we will also get the same form. But we will not get the full powers what Krishna is having. With the form as he is having, we do his devotional service there also. Because in the trillions of universes, he will be needing our services. He might assign some place to take care of something. Like on the earth when Dhruva Maharaja was there, he ruled this after his father left to the Parloka. Dhruva ruled 60,000 years on the earth during Satyayuga. When he left for the other loka, he went to Dhruva. You can see bright star blinking in the sky. That is the Dhruva planet. He was the complete in charge of Dhruva, even today also. Like that, God, when we get moksha, he would assign us another responsibility as Devata or something, whatever in his service, and we will be eternal. Now also we are eternal. Eternal means this body is not eternal. Our Atma is eternal. It cannot be cut, it cannot be burnt, it cannot be drowned, it cannot be squeezed, nothing can happen. So we need not fear about that one. It's very small. Our hair tip cut into 10,000 times. That one part is the size is the Atma size. And Paramatma is heart, this thumb size. They thumb size. In human beings, our thumb size. In whatever animal, they toe or thumb, whatever it is, that size, Paramatma will be there. When you kill some animal for eating, chicken, goat or anything, you are not eating, as soon as you let this one, that Atma will go away. You are eating only that dead body, our dead body, which it will go into cremation, whereas that body, you put it in garbage. That dead body you cut and you eat those things. We do not know what infection is there in that animal. We don't get it tested every part. Every part we don't get it tested. We eat, and all these diseases and all those things, all diseases are spread over. So like that. So the eternal relation between the Lord and living being is, this will take another 10 minutes to conclude. You may continue here for just 10 minutes, will be concluding for today. Another point is distinct here, that the eternal relation with the Lord and the living being is transcendental. Otherwise, the Lord would not have taken the trouble to reclaim the conditioned souls from the clutches of Maya. In the same way, the living entity is also required to revive his natural love and affection to the Lord. And that is the highest perfection of the living entity. See, Madhbhavatam treats the conditioned soul with the aim to goal of life. You can have crores and crores of goals in this life, but our ultimate goal is to going back to Godhead. Going back to Godhead. That is our original home. Present home for Jains, for men, people, it might be there till their life is ending, but that's all not a guarantee. If it is rented, will be changing. Even if it is own also, if you don't like that one, you destroy it and construct in different place. That's only temporary. For women, once they get married, they'll go away to in-laws place. Again, if they are good with in-laws, it's okay. Other husband and wife, they'll go another place. Like that, these houses are temporary. Our original house is going back to Godhead. That is our original home, and He is our original parent. We are the present parents. They have given us birth, so we have to take respect of them. We cannot put them in the old age homes. That is wrong, because one day we are also going to become old. All youngsters here should understand that we like our parents have become old, we will also become old. If you put them in old age home, our children also will take them and put them in the old age home. That we should not do. We should respect them also. But we had many lakhs of parents in all our other births. Otherwise, Krishna is only the original parent. He is our. We have 9 different types of relations with God. He is our father. He is our mother. He is Acharya. If you think like, imagine yourself as Yashoda Devi, he is our son. He is our friend. He is our well-wisher. Like that, we have 9 different things of relationship which we have forgotten. So he is trying to get us. If suppose you people go away to some abroad country, when you grow up still, like America or London or Australia. After some time, when you return, who will be happy? Your parents will be happy. You will not be happy. What happens when you are enjoying over there? When you come, Arey, why should I go to my country? It's all rubbish and all those things. But here, your parents, they'll be happy. Oh, after a long time seeing them, they'll be happy. Similarly, when we get salvation, more than us, Krishna will be happy. For that reason, we need to remember Krishna at the end of our life. So, for now, we shall discuss. I am telling only for now, not for today, because evening we have Ramana discourse in Hindi. You please participate in that also. Today we'll start with Yuddhakanda. Yuddhakanda means again just not fighting with arrows and traps and other things. Lot of dharma is also to be understood before that one. So, which are required for our existence. Because to follow dharma, we need to remember all those things. So, we shall chant Hare Krishna mantra 10 times. Loudly, please tell loudly, and we shall disperse for now. Or please, for you 2 minutes, please sit down, please. Please sit down. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास गौर भक्त वृंदा. Please raise your hands and tell Hare Krishna mantra 10 times. I can't raise. So, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Please this chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra as instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 64 rounds on bead. That is on bead, 108 will be there. 108 into 64, that may not be possible, but at least do 1 or 2 rounds or whatever possible. It's not that continuously you do. You do 1 round in the beginning when you leave from home, and afterwards, whenever you get time, chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. With bead, it's advised. Even without beat, you chant Hare Krishna mantra so that it becomes a practice in our life. It's not for 24 years or 24 hours or one day like that. You can chant Hare Krishna mantra 24 hours, our lifetime, so that at the end of our life, we need to remember Krishna or going back to Godhead. Also, when you start practicing this one, your mind will be peaceful. Whatever karma, action you are doing, that will be fruitful. That will be fruitful. So when you're doing some action, your mind should be peaceful. Otherwise, if without peace, you can't do any work. So please chant Hare Krishna Mahantra, practice that one. Jai Sri Radha Upnath ki, जय श्री जगन्नाथ सुब्रमण्य की, जय श्री नरसिंह भगवान की, जय श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की, जय श्री महाप्रभु की, जय श्री पंचतत्वा की, जय श्री मध्व ग्रंथ की, जय श्री हरे कृष्ण मंत्र की, जय श्री प्रपाद की. हरे कृष्ण. This is